Hello.
Hey.
And welcome. Sorry. To today's edition of Le Cheap Pop Podcast, brought to you by First GenXers Presents. I am your host, Dark Lord 100, aka Double KK Double. And I'm here as always with my co-host, the one and only Rune Scryer from the Night Shift. Back up. Anyway, sorry, cats.
I thought you were talking about my lean in.
No, Rune Scryer, and also our Mr. LFW, who was on time today. We welcome the one and only the Saint. What is
I have
brothers?
CEO. Listen, I have CEO privileges, so I'm never late for work. I make great appearances. Okay.
Oh, is that so? Is that so?
I
don't know about that.
Just know sometimes you gotta take a little bit of a mental break because mental health is always.
So then, Mr. CEO, Dark Lord 100 and I, we have formed the Cheap Pop Podcast Union workers.
Wait a minute.
List of our demands.
Better wages, better hours. We want medical.
We need to talk about 401k contributions.
Hold on. Kevin, what do you mean? You're co-owner. So you're part of the...
What are you talking about? I'm on the side of the workers. Workers unite. Workers unite.
Bullshit.
All right. Anyway, y'all, how y'all doing out there today? To all of y'all already tapped in, I see a lot of y'all are filing in. Welcome, and we thank you guys for joining us. We got a lot of hot stuff to talk about today, but as always, we open up with hot topics. That's right. Place where we talk about some of the hottest topics going on in pop culture today. And from our perspective, the hottest thing going in pop culture today is X-Men 97 Season 2, y'all. Oh my God. They are cramming so much into so little a time. It's beginning to kill me, but we're getting an amazing story out of it. As we continue through, we went through episodes 1 through 3 last week. I kind of gave them all grade A, B, or A and B grades. Like, I don't think there was a single one. Like I said, the X-Force episode is by far my favorite. But Saint, have you had a chance to watch? Dave, have you now had a chance to watch?
No, I keep getting distracted.
Listen, except for the very last episode. Are you kidding? The first 3, I was binge watching that motherfucker the first night, especially the X-Force episode, man. Especially with the intro, that was some hot shit right there. And I'm telling you, I was like, man, I was all there for it. Yeah, listen. Shout out to the writers of this series as they are continuing to adapt stories from the Chris Claremont era of X-Men, which is some of the best. That is some of the best writing ever 100%. In X-Men history. Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Days of Future Past, all of that. That is the best. Where do you think the movies came from? You understand what I'm saying? That's the staple of it. And,
except that horrible Days of Future Past movie, that horrible Days of Future Past.
But yeah, even though it was a horrible movie for what it was still adapted from Chris Claremont,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But so you haven't had a chance to check out the most recent episode. We all know that episode 3 ended with the Rise of Apocalypse Part 1, and basically we were introduced to Insaba Nur, the original form of the original mutant known as Apocalypse. And we got to see over the course of episode 3 and episode 4, his transformation, including an entire effort by Magneto of all motherfuckers to turn this motherfucker into a child of Xavier. Like that has been the most fun thing out of this entire season so far, is 2 complete episodes of Magneto pitching Charles Xavier's idea to Insaba Nur and trying to get him to basically become the first child of X. Like, that's just
I would like to see if they can top Apocalypse in X-Men Evolution.
Okay.
Because in X-Men Evolution, when Apocalypse shows up, his four horsemen lineup is Archangel, Magneto, Xavier, and Storm.
Okay, so now that comment that he makes in the episode, in late into episode 4, as he's becoming, or as he has just become Apocalypse, he looks at Xavier and he says to him, he says, I would make you one of my horsemen. And then I forget what the reason.
Yeah.
Hold on, we got biddies.
Hey,
Jibo in the building, yo.
Hey, what's up, Big Jibo?
Yo. And then
what is up? Sleepy-o?
Okay.
Sleepy-o? What's up? Thanks for tapping in, y'all. We always appreciate it. Any comments about what we're talking about, going ahead and drop them in that comment section. Same goes for the folks over there on YouTube on First GenXers or KK Double Network YouTube. Drop your comments there as well. All right. But yeah, so like that makes that line make more sense if there is an iteration of the 4 horsemen that includes Xavier and Magneto. But the way this, and here's another shout out that I want to give beyond the writing. Like, Saint just got done giving a shout out to the writers of X-Men 97.
No, not of the 97. I'm talking about the writers of the original stories.
All right,
the original stories.
All right, well then let me give a shout out to the writers of X-Men 97 who are doing a great job of taking what is a lot of material and kind of making it all fit and work together to become this epic series that they're showing us. But the other side of it that I wanted to give props to and give a shout out to is the animators. Because the animation on this, oh my God, is so damn beautiful. Except that there's only one problem I've ever had with the style of animation when it comes to Apocalypse. He looks like a metal version of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. like it's, I don't know how to explain it, but like when he's normal size, like when he's big Apocalypse, when he grows to like the story of the size of 3 buildings, like he looks more like Apocalypse. But like when he's just like normal size, he looks like a mini version of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, just metal instead of marshmallow. But that's just me. But outside of that, the animators did a really good job. Like emotions, they did a really good job of shooting the fight scenes. Like if you go back and if you watch the X-Force episode, the fight scenes with Jubilee are just off the hook. Like very well done. Something you'd see in an anime. like it's almost as if like it's that kind of like it's trying to tap on that style of particular animation. And
Jubilee's been getting a serious glow up in the comics over the past couple of years. where those aren't just, little plasmoids exploding. She's actually able to explode matter on quantum levels now.
Yes. Let's go, Jubilee. About time they upgraded her powers. About time they
Instead
they
of
upgraded
getting her away from being a vampire. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, real quick, before we move into pop culture corner, there's the X-Men '97. Any last words on that, gentlemen? Before I take this a step forward. I have been currently watching, and I know I'm always late to the party. We if we call Saint LFW, we can call me LFP. I'm always late for the party. All right, or LTW or LTP, late to the party. The live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, like I said, outside of some of the storyline jumping between seasons that they only did like once or twice throughout this whole season. I'm on the final episode of season 1. The way that they wrote it kept the essence of the original cartoon, but at the same time cut out a lot of the fluff, for lack of a better word. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of a more condensed version of what we got in the animated film, but it still keeps all of the core, energy that you got from watching the original series. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like I said, I'm about to finish up season 1. I'll probably start reviews of season 2, the newest season, next week, because I'll probably get to watching it sometime this week. But yeah, I definitely recommend, if you are a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series, I would go check out this live action version of it. They actually did pretty good. So all right, that's that. And we don't just talk pop culture and topics and hot topics. We also talk pop culture in Pop Culture Corner.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a short one for you here. I never said I didn't. I got full on subscriptions, bro. What you talking about? Anyway, all right. So, rumor has it now, according to this article that we pulled up from ScreenRant.com, lovely Screen Rant, Disney is thinking about adding a free tier to their subscription tiers. So right now you have the pay, and then you have the no ads, where you pay a couple of dollars more. But they're talking about adding, of course, the free streaming tier will include commercials, of course.
Yeah, of course,
and it'll probably include limited access to a lot of the newer stuff on Disney Plus. But again, if you're into watching the older shows, the old ABC shows, Full House, Boy Meets World, stuff like that, that'll probably all be available. They haven't said specifically when it will be.
Disney Plus goes even deeper than that. They've got the entirety of the 1950s Zorro TV series that they did, which is just fantastic.
They got tons of all of the old school movies. That Darn Cat. I just got finished not too long ago watching The Computer That Wore Tennis Shoes with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, all the old Kurt Russell stuff.
1969. He was a Disney kid.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Kid.
Yeah. He's the shit. How would you say it? He's probably the prototype. Him and J. Michael Benson.
No, Bobby Driscoll was the Disney kid prototype. Jim Hawkins in Treasure Island voiced Peter Pan in the animated movie, but we don't talk about him because he did not end up real great. So,
But I
died,
mean, if
basically
it
died at a
is a
crack
free
house.
tier, if it
What's up?
is a free tier, then of course there will be, like I said, there will be commercials. I get
Yeah,
that, because I mean I'm pissed off right now that there are commercials on HBO Max in the middle of my shows. Like,
yeah.
what the
Hey,
fuck?
what's up?
I mean, I was watching My Adventures with Superman. This was last
Yeah.
Sunday morning. I'm ready for breakfast. The bacon and the eggs and the pancakes. I'm biting into it and trying to drink my tea. And next thing you know, we're
Uh-huh.
looking at commercials. Like, wait a minute, we're paying for this shit. How do you explain
Well,
that?
it depends on what you're watching. Because like if you watch the live TV, like I get up every morning and I'll put on Disney Plus to watch First Take or Sports Center on ESPN because I'm normally used to watching sports stuff right before I leave for work in the morning. Uh, and so yeah, you'll get commercials when you watch the live ESPN feed. But I pay for the extra for the non-commercials as well. And normally when I'm watching
Yeah, but
like Boy
I
Meets
don't like
World stuff and
commercials. I
what's
don't
up?
like commercials in recorded material.
Uh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that sucks.
So well, and here's the thing about it. I think adding the free tier will do this. There are some people out there that they just want access. They don't care about commercials or anything like that. They can't afford access right now. They can't afford whatever Disney's lowest tier is, which I think is $12.99 a month. They can't afford that. So they want to be able to watch. Okay, the free tier is for them. You're not going to get nearly if you want the entire catalog that's available, you're going to need to pay. Period. If you want access to things without commercials, you're going to have to pay. But if you just want to be able to watch some stuff that's on Disney Plus, then the free tier will be for you. Or if you're just too broke to be able to pay for everything else, the free tier will be those people. Me personally, I'll continue to pay because I want access to everything. And and so go on.
No, I'm
Oh,
saying I do too. I mean, shit. AMC Plus just courtesy of courtesy of Roxy. I wanted to get my Doctor Who episodes back, so yeah,
nice.
fuck
I
yeah.
actually just signed up for AMC Plus because it was the first 2 months were 99 cents a month through Prime Video. So I did
Oh,
that on the Prime Video days because I wanted to watch the Vampire Lestat as it was airing every week instead of waiting on the bootleg to catch it at a different time. And
yeah, that
so,
shit is
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, it's good. It's good,
Yeah.
but as I have with every live action and Rice verse show and movie, it kind of irritates me how they kind of mix up stories from multiple books. Like every version of the Vampire Lestat that I've seen, or Queen of the Damned, is some mixture of those two books. It's never just what
Yeah.
happened in that book. It's a mixture of multiple books. So this is another thing of with the Vampire Lestat. Even though if you are watching that ending to this week's most recent episode 6. Yeah, I can't wait for next week. Next week is the season finale, and yeah, I can't wait for next week.
Wait a minute. So next week is the season finale?
Yes, it's only 8 episodes. So
Okay, 8 episodes of the Vampire Lestat. Okay.
yes, and that's just for season 1. They may come back with a season 2. Who knows? Let's see. All right. So the next story up is brought to us by Mr. Dave. And that is about FX's American Horror Story. It
Yes.
sets
Okay.
season 13 premiere date and cool San Diego Comic-Con activation revealed.
Yep.
Talk to us, sir.
All right. So, American Horror Story, which is absolutely, I cannot think of a bad season of American Horror Story yet.
Not
They have
one.
been, what?
Not one. I
Not
think. Wait a
one.
minute. Wait a minute. Mm, the one was no, because I did like the witches, the witches Coven one. Those are the
Yeah.
those are the ones that I really got a little bit of interest in, and Jessica Jessica Lang
Yeah.
is a total bitch.
Yep. And
Oh, she is,
even
man. She's sadistic,
yeah,
and she's good at it.
and even the stunt casting of Lady Gaga that season was still solid. Um, but um, FX has
No,
set
she weirded
Thursday.
me out, man.
Yep. But FX has set Thursday, September 24th as the premiere for the show's 13th season. Will also stream on Disney Plus International. And if you happen to be at San Diego Comic Con, there are lots of promotions for it, including four specially themed ice cream trucks.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
As well as the opportunity to pose for photos with Rubber Man from Murder House, Twisty the Clown from Freak Show, The Witch from Coven, and other American Horror Story characters.
Hmm. Hold on,
Uh,
there's a question in there. Anyone
yeah,
watch Silo? Silo, what is Silo?
not yet.
What is?
Um, it's a
I didn't. Oh,
post-apocalypse where survivors kind of living in a vault under a missile silo.
Okay, okay,
If I
okay.
understand, yeah,
Yeah, I might have to look into that.
yep.
yeah.
The trucks will be announced on Saturday morning when fans will be invited to a secret location to experience the 13th scoop.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Is that a
What?
hall? Oh, I'm about to say you said secret location. I was about to say
Yep.
that's kind of a Hall H announcement.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna be watching.
So,
I'm gonna be watching as much coverage as I can this year because
yeah.
there's a lot of good
So,
stuff going on this year.
yeah. So no details about what the 13th season will focus on, but the cast list, which has been previously announced, will include Sarah Paulson, of course, Evan Peters, Angela
Nice.
Bassett, Kathy Bates,
Nice.
Jessica Lang, Emma
Oh,
Roberts, Billy Lord, Gabri Sidi,
Sabiti.
Sidib, yeah, Sabidi, John Waters, Leslie Grossman, and John Carroll Lynch, Mina Savari, and Matt Frazier will be returning to their characters.
Nice.
So wait a minute. So that means this is going to be another direct season of the Coven.
Who knows? I mean, Jessica Lang has done multiple
Yeah, she's
shows,
done. Yeah, that's right.
multiple seasons. Everybody in there has
As
done
different
multiple
character,
seasons.
as
Yeah.
different characters.
Yeah. Sarah Paulson's basically a given for any season. But yeah, I mean, that's just talk about your star studded cast lineup.
Oh, shit. 100%. And
Yep.
I am
Okay,
here
so
for it.
September
How about you
24th,
still love this show?
Yep.
I've been
American
thinking
Horror
about watching it
Story,
just to
On
September
FX
24th.
and Disney Plus.
FX.
Disney
FX
Plus.
and Disney Plus.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you've got a Disney Plus subscription, you've got Hulu and FX both. So you're covered.
Right.
Oh, wow. All right. So the headline of this article says something rather interesting, and that is Supergirl box office update $290 million DCU movie heads for just 130 million worldwide.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this in defense of nobody because I do believe that part of the reason why there are issues with Supergirl is the manosphere, so to speak, and their issues. But
Yep.
I hate to say it, that would make that being the not necessarily the bulk, but that being a big reason why would to me seem more applicable if the numbers were closer. Like if it had been a $290 million movie and they had made 250, then I could be like, yeah, okay, it came in a little under because like the dudes out there can't get out of their own way. But
I mean, just on friend reviews, the people that I know who have seen Supergirl said that it's good.
Oh, it was excellent.
Yeah,
I went to see. I went. Listen, we went to see that. I think that was like that. I think it was that Sunday or something to that fact. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Kremlin of the Yellow Hills is definitely not the super baddie of which he's kind of forgetful in that instance. I mean, that was based on the Woman of Tomorrow's story arc, but Lobo was, it was like he should have made a couple of more appearances. He showed up, he showed out, he did his thing, and then he sped off in his little spaced off his little
space
bike into space. Yeah. So yeah.
I think that there's a lot of contributing factors for this.
Yes.
One, superhero fatigue.
I believe that. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Two, the DC fan base split. Okay. Snyder versus Gunn. Okay. Three, the manosphere, like you mentioned. Okay. And four, let's face it, Superman has the advantage of having the big name bad guys. Everyone got what they were wanting, which was a great battle between Superman and Lex Luthor's plot.
Yeah.
Name one iconic Supergirl villain.
I couldn't tell you. Not one. And when I say, I'll put the caveat on it like this: not when it's said, when you're talking about it like that, when it's said like that, you have to remember, and I'm talking to the audience at this point, not to my co-host. You have to remember.
Damn.
When he says iconic, he's not talking about iconic to Supergirl fans.
Right. Like I'm talking about
the comic book and know who the bad guy is.
Right. I'm talking about general public knowledge or awareness of, on the scale of Lex Luthor or hell, Brainiac.
Yeah. So okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So
name notoriety. Yeah.
There was no hook. There was no real hook for it. And
yeah, that's burning my brain right now because I can't even think of Supergirl actually having a major villain. Right. I mean, shit. Even in the series, hell, even in the original 1983 movie, or 84 movie,
And here's the deal where DC again steps on its own foot.
Yeah,
I think that if you're going to give us, because it looked like James Gunn was going to give us exactly the kind of runway start that Marvel had with Iron Man and then Captain America, so on and so forth. Except that I think he should have went like Superman, then maybe if you're not going to do Batman, do reboot the Wonder Woman franchise, or reboot, like start there, start with the big three, then do a Supergirl movie after you introduce the character in Justice.
I think to be honest, and I mean I agree to disagree, because one of the things that if we always start with the big three, okay, that's the big holy trinity of DC. However,
even Wonder Woman, name one publicly known iconic Wonder Woman villain.
Cheetah.
Yeah, that's basically about it. And the rest of us, we can, talk about all these iconic, Ares, Cersei, Silver
Yeah.
Swan.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
Cheetah has always been.
but that's only
I mean,
because of
she's
Super
always been.
Friends.
Right.
Well, no, not
Cheetah,
even because of Super Friends. Even before, we're talking about during the World War II.
nope, Cheetah never showed up
That was
in.
Priscilla. Oh no, that was Priscilla Rich. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the comics, yes. But I'm talking about general public, outside of comic book knowledge. Cheetah never showed up in the Linda Carter Wonder Woman series.
Oh no, because those
Yeah,
were
yeah. We
like,
know we know of Cheetah and Giganta because of Super Friends,
yeah, that.
and because we're Gen X. Yeah, but you know, like
Well,
I said,
okay.
it's yeah,
So yeah, along and I agree. I understand what you're saying about, or I'll say, finish your point about
yeah.
about what I was saying about starting with the big three. Because here's the thing about it: the reason why Marvel was so successful is because if you look at the first 4 solo movies that they did, they were all known quantities. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man.
Iron Man was
I,
not exactly a known quantity to the public. Captain
Yeah.
America,
he had seen around the time that that movie came out, and with the announcement of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark,
right?
it
And
drew a lot of interest that
it
maybe
it drew interest, but not research. People were like, "Oh, hey, Robert Downey Jr. Cool.
right,
What he's been up to since he had his last, sobriety break."
right. But
Yeah,
what I'm
that,
saying is that
they're more interested in the actor than anything involving the character. And
I would
the
say
Iron
some
Man
yes,
film
but
got him got people interested in the character, but they wouldn't have
I
been
can't.
interested if it hadn't been Robert Downey Jr.
I will say this. I'll say as Saint started out his statement. I will have to agree to disagree because that was not my impression
Right.
in my interactions with the general public during the kind of takeoff of
Fair.
Iron Man. I knew more people that were excited,
Well,
and not just amongst my friend group, but I'm talking about like people that I
well,
talked to at
well.
the
Let
restaurant
me.
I worked at were more excited that Iron Man was getting a movie than and the secondary part was, and we think
Well,
Robert Downey Jr. is a perfect
well,
fit
you.
Yeah.
for the
Well, you
character of
gotta.
Tony Stark.
You
But
gotta go
like I said,
figure.
it could be where I was from. What's up, Sam?
Well, you got to go. Well, you got to go figure because here it is. What I consider to be Marvel's holy trinity to me, and you could dismiss it or what have you, but it would be for me Spider-Man, Hulk, and Captain America because those are the three that have had more presence from Marvel. There was the 1940 series. Then you have the 1979 TV two movies. Then you had the 1990 movie, which I think is excellent, even though it's the worst Red Skull ever on film. And then
Yeah.
you have Chris Evans as Captain America. Then you have the TV. You have the Hulk. The Hulk has
Yeah.
been in more animation than in more
Oh,
animations. The 60s, the 80s, the 90s. Then
speaking
of
of,
course, hold on. Then of
yeah,
course we have the quintessential Spider-Man. Spider-Man has been in every cartoon iteration in every generation since his creation. There was a
mhm,
cartoon not even fucking 5 years later,
mhm,
4 years later, and has sprung so many damn series. You can go into a whole bunch of universes. Now, what do
right,
we just got? We just got Spider Noir. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So yeah.
yeah.
Well, okay.
By the way,
Let me.
hold on. Speaking of the Hulk TV series, rumor is continuing that we're going to get Lou Ferrigno back playing the Maestro, the
Okay.
old Hulk
Yeah, I could see
from
that. He
Secret
would be a
Wars.
great fit for it. Yeah, he'd definitely be a great fit for it.
Mhm.
All right, but basically, okay. So basically, what I was talking about is not necessarily.
I see I have your attention there, Mr. Saint.
Uh, is not necessarily that Iron Man, Thor, Captain America were the holy trinity of Marvel. What I'm saying is that they were established enough characters that Marvel was able to build from them to coming into the Avengers movie.
Right.
I don't think that Supergirl is as strong of a pillar.
Agreed.
To build to a Justice League movie.
Yeah.
And in order to get that same type of growing that Marvel had during those first 4 movies leading into Avengers, or 3 movies was it? But leading into Avengers, they needed to have 4 characters that could bring in and strong. And I love Supergirl. I think the only way that you match a Wonder Woman movie or an Aquaman movie or a Superman movie with her is if you had brought Melissa Benoist in to play, and then you bring her fan base from the Supergirl TV show to the theater to watch her in the overall movie. I think that could have gotten as big of a pop, but I think unfortunately just the way James Gunn went about it. And don't get me wrong, he's batting 1,000. I'm pretty sure this movie is really, really good. But I think that I just think he picked a bad time to release a solo movie. This particular character.
I also think that you have to look at the presentation of Kara, whereas you look at the Melissa Benoist Supergirl, the TV series. This is a Supergirl who's trying to fit in and be human and embodies the hope and the protective spirit. Whereas in the current DC universe, this is a Supergirl who has lost everything, is lost herself, is trying to find some connection. So what I think the best move would be a second Supergirl movie, but bring her forward into the Legion of Superheroes era, where she fits in more with the society, the technology, and she's not as isolated as she feels on present day Earth.
Well, see, let me give you a quick. Let me
throw one thought out there real quick, Saint, and I'll let you go. I think what I was saying was not necessarily that the storyline was the wrong storyline. It's that the Supergirl solo movie should have waited until after they built to whatever Justice League movie they did.
That possibility too, yeah.
I think that they could have had her appear in several movies leading up to, but I think they should have waited until after Justice League, like introduced her as a whole character in Justice League, had her make appearances up till then, introduced her as a whole character in Justice League, bam, then we get her own solo movie. I think that just doing Superman, then doing Supergirl is what caused this spike and then drop as far as the money that they're making. But go on, Sam.
I'll agree to disagree with this fact because you got to understand and especially if you get a chance to actually watch Supergirl, because we all know that Superman's parents were a bunch of righteous, unrighteous fucking villains. They needed to be destroyed because you got to remember the message that was
Jor-El and Lara.
Was Jor-El and Lara.
Jor-El and Lara.
They were on some. We're gonna take over the fucking earth type of shit.
We're gonna take over the goddamn universe.
They're gonna take it over. However, but see, here's the kick, and even Roxy pointed it out. Kara's parents were the complete opposite of what the ideologies, because he was like, my goodness, I don't want to take over. He was like, I don't want to take some God, like take over as a god or something like that. We're not trying to hear all that. We want to raise our girl to be good. So in theory, if Jor-El had came through with his plan, and for some reason, Lord have mercy, it would have been total hell if Kara had a raise, because she gave 6 fucks. I'm telling you, she did not give no fucks. at all.
Yeah.
Except
I'm pretty sure.
Crypto. That was the only fuck that she gave.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it again.
She went from hell to a handbasket for that dog.
Yep.
I am 100% sure that the storyline within Supergirl is an excellent storyline. I'm not doubting the quality of the movie. I think the lack of sales in the box office are just due to the timing of when they drop.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. Beyond the manosphere, beyond all of that, I don't think it has anything to do with the storyline that they're using. I don't even think it has really anything to do with the actress that they in choosing a new actress for Supergirl. I just think if they release this at a later date in which more of the DCEU or whatever this is going to be called now has been folded out in front of people, I think the movie does much better because there's a lot more for people to be invested in. At this point, there's Creature Commandos. There was the one season of Peacemaker that's existed in the James Gunn version of the DCU, and then now we get Supergirl,
and then you got Lanterns. You got
Lanterns is coming.
And that's actually
but that's what
I'm told in the past too, though. That's the other thing.
And so I'm thinking, like, if they had just let more of this unfold, they would have gotten a bigger audience to go see Supergirl. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Bottom line, too long, didn't watch. There's a lot of compounding issues that cause Supergirl to crash at the box office.
Yeah. But I think it'll do well. Like, it's due to be released on digital in July 28th. So it's going to have a short turnaround before it's going to be released on digital. So I think they'll see some success from it on digital that they didn't necessarily see in the theaters. But speaking of the DCEU, this movie is not going to be a part of the canon part of the DCEU, but it will be an Elseworld story, as they say. And that is Matt Reeves' The Batman, and sequel to Robert Pattinson's Batman movie from a few years back. I believe 2020, 2021 is when that came out. Scarlett Johansson's going to be in it, and so is Sebastian Stan, otherwise known as the Winter Soldier. But neither of them are playing the roles that people thought they were going to play. Right? I forgot. Somebody forgot who they thought Scarlett Johansson may be, but I know they thought.
Well, originally the idea was that Sebastian Stan was going to be Harvey Dent, and Scarlett Johansson was going to appear as Harvey's wife, Gilda.
Oh, Gilda, baby.
But no.
Who do we got?
So, Sebastian Stan, there's still not confirmations, but it is now believed that Sebastian Stan will be playing serial killer Victor Zsasz.
Nice.
Dude who...
wonder if he's going to shave his head.
But dude who carves a notch in his flesh for every kill that he makes, and his body is covered in hash marks. And Scarlett Johansson would be playing a plant-obsessed serial killer who uses plant toxins to murder her victims.
Sound familiar?
Sounds Poison Ivy-ish.
Yep. Which ties into the rumor that there's going to be a live-action Poison Ivy series spun off from the Reeves universe to go along with the Penguin live-action series.
Okay. I still prefer what's his name's version of the Penguin. Colin Farrell was nice and all, but I still prefer
Danny DeVito.
No, what's his name from Gotham?
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the name of the actor. He had three names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
You talking about Penguin? You mean Rob? I think his name is Robin Lord Taylor, or something like that.
Yes,
I think so. Hold on.
That's it.
We're going to confirm this. Yep. Ding, 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 ding. The Saint was right. His name is Robin Lord Taylor.
Yeah.
He played Oswald Cobblepot, otherwise known as the Penguin.
Also, Also, the classic Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
And Stephen.
They would give him.
Stephen Root in Harley Quinn does a fantastic Penguin in there too.
Stephen Root is always a great voice actor.
And I can't remember his name, but he played Little Enos in Smokey and the Bandit. He was the voice of the Penguin in Batman the Animated Series.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Hold on. Let's just look that up. Smokey and the Bandit.
Not Smokey.
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 Paul Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Here's a little,
he did play the Penguin.
Before we jump out of Pop Culture Corner, here's a little factoid for you that I saw in an interview with Terry Crews. I saw in a clip of an interview with Terry Crews where he talks about for The Longest Yard. Originally, he did not think that he was going to be able to get the role that he got because the role originally called for Cheeseburger Eddie to be a heavier set guy. And he was like, well, I don't know if I can put on the weight. And he said when Adam Sandler called him to talk to him, he was like, yeah, I'll see if I can put on the weight. And Adam Sandler was like, no. They rewrote the whole thing because they loved Terry Crews so much for that role. That they rewrote the whole thing with Cheeseburger, and they figured, and as Adam Sandler said, it is so much funnier with you being this shredded dude walking around with freaking cheeseburgers in your pants, handing them out to people and tossing them to people.
Biddies.
So that's just a little,
G-Bo,
hey,
thanks for the biddies.
G-Bo?
Thanks for the biddies.
Yep.
Sir.
But yeah, so that's just a little factoid for you there. But that's going to close it out for us for Pop Culture Corner for today. Coming up after the break, we're going to have a little SmackDown Alley and some video game. We got a lot to talk about video games this week. Oh, buddy, do we? Yes,
yeah, because there's a lot going on.
So be sure to stay tuned for Tech Tinker's favorite part of the show, even though he hasn't watched in a few weeks.
We're going to have a lot to go on.
Yes, we are. And then, but right after the break, we'll be jumping down SmackDown Alley and talking about the upset that happened this past Monday night.
Yeah, we need to talk about. Yeah, we definitely need to talk about that.
So y'all stay up, stay real, and stay with us. We'll be back in about 5. This is the Cheap Pop Podcast right here on Twitch or YouTube or hell, Spreaker or Live 365, wherever you're listening to us. But we're everywhere. Catch y'all later. Peace.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the same. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the First GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the Switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone, I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the First Gen. We're now rocking with Poetic beats. This is the First GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
Got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode.
Adams family like dynamic between Pugsley and Wednesday. Like, very true.
Yeah.
Well, I always temper this because I think
I did not like the receiving the caution tagline.
I've also seen what Chase Center looks like when the Valkyries are fucking playing, so fuck all of you. Because Chase Center is packed no matter what's going on.
All right. Good afternoon again, y'all.
Hey.
And welcome back
to this week's edition of Le Cheap Pop Podcast, featuring myself, Rune Squire, and Saint, brought to you by First GenXers Presents Broadcast Network. We've got plenty of shows here. We're just the start of Broadcast Sundays with this stream today. Be sure to check out the classroom later, and be sure to check out Now versus Then, Fusion, Deuce, or just Now versus Then later on tonight. Saint will let you know when he goes on. So, all right, that will take us from where we were to where we are going, and that is all right, SmackDown Alley, where we talk about big sweaty men slapping meat in a squared circle. Hey, Big E says it, I can say it. And we get to Monday Night Raw, which this week was just a wow episode. Like, to me, not even in a bad way, but just in general, it was a wow episode. Had a lot of interesting things happen. We'll start with the most interesting thing that happened which is the night was supposed to start out after Cody Rhodes beating Jey Uso on SmackDown previous week. The night was supposed to start out or it finished with Cody Rhodes taking on Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship in a rematch from their triple threat match against Gunther, or with Gunther at Night of Champions. Gunther was not happy about this because he was not included in the number one contender scenario, and so he beat Cody Rhodes so bad that he made his ear bleed. And of course, after slamming Cody's head in the car door, it was determined that Cody could not compete that night. And this was determined very early in the show. So they gave us a good hour and a half of who's it going to be? Who's going to face Sami Zayn for that? Well, Sami thought he was going home. Sami thought the night was over for him. Sami was ready to take off the tape and take his ass home. And Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis both was like, or ew, as one of my favorite content creators would say. And told Sami he will have an opponent, so get ready. And the setup for it was rather nice. Sami's waiting in the ring. He's egging on, like, who's my opponent going to be? Bring him out. I'll take him on. And, of course, the crowd knew. The crowd at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois, knew and were already chanting his name. As we pan to the back of the arena and they zoom in on the big roll-up door, and it goes up. Oh, yeah, by the way, prior to all of this, Nick Aldis came up to, there's a whole thing going on between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. And Nick Aldis tells Adam Pearce, hey, you've been looking for somebody to fill in for Cody Rhodes, and I made a phone call, and he said he'd be happy to do it. But they don't tell you who it is. And now flash forward to the door rolling up on the back of the Allstate Arena. And of course, it's who everybody in the crowd thought it would be. And it's the one and only CM Punk, returning after a 3-month hiatus that he took after WrestleMania, which, by the way, I'm going to get into after we discuss the actual result of the match. I'm going to get into something that some people were saying about CM Punk. And yeah, kind of lay into some wrestling fans here. But Punk comes to the ring, and Punk and Zayn give us a hell of a main event for Monday Night Raw. Back and forth. Never knew who was going to win until Punk hits a hell of a haluva kick, followed by a GTS to put Sami to sleep and become your new WWE Universal Heavyweight or undisputed heavyweight champion. And that also means CM Punk is now on SmackDown instead of Raw. So, gentlemen, your thoughts on Sami dropping the belt in 9 days? And Saint, kick us off, your thoughts on Punk coming back and winning back a title that technically he never lost it because he never had it.
Let's just say this, that we knew coming to Chicago, come on, man. We already knew what the fuck was going on. That was the setup. Mm-hmm. Sami Zayn was going to be like, he was going to be just a champion in Saudi Arabia, and all that other good shit. Next thing you know, the belt gets dropped in Chicago. Oh, he's on his way to Chicago. Oh, CM Punk is there. Oh, he's going to take the undisputed champion, and he's gonna go against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it was quite
somewhere.
Yeah, because they did line that up at SmackDown. That it's gonna be Rhodes versus Punk at SummerSlam for the belt.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Only knew about one thing going on in SmackDown. I did not know about that.
Yes, on SmackDown, Rhodes confronted CM Punk in the ring, celebrated him for winning the title, and in the process of cutting the promo, they made the match. So it's official that it's going to be CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam, which is fine by me. Okay. So I'm hoping Punk wins, though. Like I agree with one poster a while back that said Cody Rhodes needs to stay away from the
title picture for a little bit. Like he needs to go do something else. But Dave, your thoughts on Punk winning the belt and Sami Zayn's 9-day title?
Mixed. I mean, I agree with Saint that, even Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could see that, they're going to Chicago, so CM Punk's coming back. So, but I'm glad because I'm a mark for Punk. So cool, he's back.
Okay.
It's a wrap. It was a wrap.
I think we lost Dave for a second. Brother Dave? That looks like we lost him for a second. So we'll go down to that until we can get Dave back.
All right.
I'll see him moving, I'll bring him back. But yeah. So I'll just address real quick while we're waiting for Dave the issue with Sami Zayn and everybody having the issue with him. It's a 9-day title run. It's like
paper champion.
Well, nah. It's like he won it. Why not revel in the fact that he's completed the Grand Slam? They didn't
now I will. You know what? I will give you that because he has had every title in the
Yeah, he's a Grand Slam.
He's had
champion
every
now.
title. He's a grand. Yep.
He's been a U.S. title champion. He's been a U.S. champion. He's been a now mind you,
world champion.
Slam, the Grand Slam only requires you to be a one. Like you don't have to win both world championships. As long as you won one of the world championships, both of the mid card belts, and the tag team belts, either one of the tag team belts at some point, you're considered a Grand Slam champion. And Sami Zayn has been a multiple time tag team champion. He's been a U.S. champion. He's been an IC champion, and now he's been a world champion. I don't think Sami behind the scenes took it as hard as people. This is just disrespectful, man. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Sami knew before he won that title in Saudi Arabia, I can almost guarantee Sami knew that he wasn't going to be holding on to the title for long. He wasn't going to be holding on to the title until SummerSlam. Even though I think we could very well see this result in the SummerSlam match being either a fatal four-way or a triple threat involving Sami Zayn and or Gunther. Even though I think Gunther is going to be tied up in it, I still am thinking that they're setting up a match between him and Nick Aldis for SummerSlam, but with the way they're utilizing it. But I think Sami Zayn may work his way into making this a triple threat. And Sami may walk out after SummerSlam with the belt and have himself a decent run. Because neither Punk nor Cody needs the belt to be relevant. Sami doesn't either, but Sami would be the feel-good story coming out of what you want.
Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah. That was that was an internet burp on my point. So,
no worries.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm a mark for Punk, so I'm always happy when he wins, gets over on top. But at the same time, I'm also a mark for Sami. And kind of, a 9-day title run, it's kind of damning with faint praise there, I think. So I do agree with you that we'll see in SummerSlam if Sami comes away with a title match. I mean, they basically, let's face it, he got the title at Night of Champions because of the crowd. So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a caveat on what you're saying. I get 100% what you're saying, and I do agree. But I'm going to put a caveat on this. Or should I say, I get where you're going, and I do agree. But I'm going to put a caveat on it. I think Sami was given the title win because Sami deserves the title.
Exactly.
I think that the moment they did it in Saudi Arabia because there was no place where they could have had Sami win the belt outside of maybe Montreal in Canada, where it would have gotten as big of a reaction.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sammy definitely deserves a title.
Yeah.
Okay, no questions, 100% on there. The timing was due to the booking.
Yeah.
Okay,
The booking
and
was due to the timing of winning.
yeah, this just kind of, but turning it into a 9-day run, that's kind of a yoink moment.
Well, I think that
So
I think it's a
I
part
do,
of building Sammy's
right,
most recent character.
but I do agree that um, it can lead to a fuller title run by Sammy
Yeah.
later this year. I absolutely agree with that. And again, he deserves it. He deserves a good, solid title run.
Yeah.
You know, same. I feel the same way about LA Knight.
And again, this is just an agree to disagree type thing. I don't think a title reign needs to be long. I do, like everybody bitches about Kofi Kingston keeping the belt for 6 months. Kofi Kingston kept the belt all the way from WrestleMania through September. That's damn near 6 months. Like we were like, oh, Kofi got robbed. Like his title reign should have been longer. Like I get it. We want to see our favorites hold the belt for a long time. But
Right.
really, in reality, the fact that they were given the belt in the first place, regardless of how long they kept it, says something positive about them. It says that to an extent, their work is being recognized.
Again, agree.
Yeah.
But there's a gulf of distance between 6 months
Yeah.
and 9 days.
Right. And again, like I don't know. I just don't have as big of an issue as most have with it being.
And that's fair. That's fine.
Because I think part of it is also like, but then Sammy's younger than I just don't see Sammy wrestling for too much longer because Sammy is one of those guys that he's been with WWE damn near 20 years already.
Yep.
And Sammy had a 10, 15-year wrestling career before he started with WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I want to say Sammy's been doing this close to 30 years.
Yeah.
So he's got to be getting to the point where, and I think that's part of the reason why he was given that championship run as well. But I also think it's building a character. We may not see Sammy win the belt back again until WrestleMania, but I think this is the beginning of building a character that's going to end up with Sammy holding the belt.
Yeah, the final character for him.
Yeah. Maybe not for as long as people would like to see him hold it, maybe only for like 60, 90 days, but I think that he'll get a little bit longer. He'll get his feel-good moment. All right. So, and other things that happened on Raw as well. We have new, old tag team champions. Why do I say new, old? Because the Street Profits are no longer your tag team champions, and the Vision, once again, are with the help of Maxine Dupree. Yeah, you didn't mishear me there. Maxine Dupree is the newest member of the Vision.
Yep. Okay. So that kind of puts a damper on. I mean, it works with the character that she's evolving into. I just kind of feel sorry for Otis and Tozawa.
Yeah. Like, I think this could cause them to go back to Chad Gable.
Right.
And end up working with him again. Because of the fact that Maxine has kind of bounced in.
Yeah. Which would also further Chad's apology and redemption arc.
100%. I'll say. And in what was to me one of the major matches of the night, because she's constantly in great matches. In the third championship match of Monday Night Raw for this week, you had the Women's Intercontinental Championship was defended by Sol Ruca against Raquel Rodriguez. And it was one hell of a match, if you ask me. Like, of course, Sol Ruca didn't win on her own. Io Sky came out and kind of neutralized the rest of the Judgment Day and distracted Raquel Rodriguez enough for Sol to hit the Soul Crusher on.
But she kept it.
She kept the title. That's all that matters to me. because that black woman still has the Intercontinental title. Anyway, gentlemen, your thoughts on Sol Ruka and her retention of the Intercontinental Championship? They kick us off.
Soul Snatcher. Case closed.
Yep. She is definitely, I just want to say that since picking WWE back up from when Netflix started running it, I have been continuously impressed at the quality of the women's division and who they have been bringing up and promoting and pushing, going all the way
Excuse
back
me a second,
with
fellas. Be right back.
Yeah, but going back with Lyra Valkyria, with Sol Ruka, with they have just an absolutely dynamic pipeline with the women's division. Yeah,
and the women's division on NXT is pretty solid as well.
Yeah,
so like they have more coming.
Yeah, so looking forward to all that. The only thing bad I can say about Sol Ruka is that she went to University of Oregon. So boo Ducks, go Beavers.
All right, and then in the only other match that took place that night, it was Chad Gable and Dragon Lee taking on Ethan Page and Rusev. Continue the feud between Rusev and Ethan Page and Chad Gable, and
now that brings up an interesting concept.
What's that?
Chad Gable opening up a new stable with him, Dragon Lee, Tozawa, and Otis.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that. I can work with that.
That's a good mix.
Now, there were two more segments on Raw that were kind of really, really good as far as I'm concerned. Some say that they fell flat, others didn't. I enjoyed them. But that was an in-ring promo between Seth Rollins and LA Knight. They kind of rocked. And where LA Knight gave a very impassioned and embattled plea for him that he should be in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. I genuinely think we might be looking at two triple threat matches. I think we may be looking at LA Knight working his way into the World Heavyweight Championship picture with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and then Sami Zayn working his way into the match between Punk and Cody Rhodes. We've still got 3-4 more weeks till SummerSlam, so we'll see how it happens. But we do have a Saturday night's main event coming up next week. Should be. You back with us?
Yeah.
All right. So that was Rollins and LA Knight. All right. So the other segment that I really, really enjoyed, because it made me realize this. Obafemi is Brock Lesnar without the need of a Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Obafemi can cut a hell of a promo. A hell of a promo.
Yeah.
And he stood in the ring with one of the best to cut promos, Paul Heyman, this week on Raw. And as far as I'm concerned, Oba did his thing. Oba did his thing. And I am looking forward to Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. And this particular promo, this is going to take me on a quick side tangent real quick. You guys can address this promo in just a second. But those people, I've heard a lot of people, AEW fans primarily, talk about how promos and backstage segments, that shit's boring, man. Just give me more in-ring work. Give me more wrestling matches. Just call it a wrestling show. I want more wrestling matches. Fuck all this behind the scenes. Fuck all this in-ring promo shit. Then you don't like wrestling. Because wrestling is all of it. I thought of this earlier today. Prime example of what is the beauty of wrestling. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. leading up to that WrestleMania. Every promo got you invested. Every promo made you want to pick a winner, pick a side. You were either booing Bret Hart and cheering Steve Austin, or you were booing Steve Austin and cheering Bret Hart. And when they got in the ring and gave us a match, they gave us a great technical wrestling match. They told a story in the ring that we talked about for centuries. Okay? All of it is what made that a great wrestling match. Yes, could you throw Bret Hart and Steve Austin in a ring at that point in their careers, and they could put on a hell of a match just for the hell of it with no story to it? Yeah. But people aren't going to be invested in it. Not the way that they were for that WrestleMania match. And part of the reason why everybody was invested was beyond just the names and the skills of the two men, but the story that those two men told in their promos in ring leading up to that match and in that match. So yeah, like if you don't understand why the LA Knight promo was huge, why the Obafemi and Paul Heyman promo was huge, then you don't get wrestling. You don't like wrestling. Gentlemen, your thoughts on the Obafemi and Paul Heyman?
It made presence. He definitely, like, you just punked the master showman on the mic and just said, "You're my bitch now."
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was pretty much like,
yep.
you just got bitched out. Like, yep. Wait. And Paul Heyman is one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yep.
He will talk more shit than Shine Nolan. He could sell peanuts to an elephant. But then when the ruler steps in and he decides to, oh, you just got bitched. I just made you look this small, like the world's tiniest violin. Yeah, that's how you feel. Yep. Mic drop. That's it.
I agree with you 100% that Obafemi is Brock Lesnar with better mic skills and without the Mike Tyson voice.
Yeah, he has that bass to his voice. The hula.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brock could.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he's gotten it. He can cut it now. He couldn't cut as well as when he started off. I mean, if you look at where they were,
he really didn't need to, because see, back then, Brock really didn't have to say much. He just stood up there, just breathing hard, and then Brock Lesnar is like,
right, but
Suplex City,
and
would drop anybody in the ring.
Yeah, but Oba can do all that plus cut fantastic promos.
Here's the thing about it: as good of a Brock Lesnar could cut a decent promo. I'm not taking anything away from him. But there is a reason why they stuck him with Paul Heyman, because having him with Paul Heyman gave him. Don't get me wrong. If you made Obafemi a Paul Heyman guy, it would send him through the stratosphere and out of the universe with how popular he is. But Brock Lesnar needed Paul Heyman, not to make him look good, but to be able to cut those promos that Brock necessarily couldn't.
Right.
Oba doesn't need anybody to cut those promos. Oba can cut a promo that will have you thinking he's gonna kill that man.
Yep.
He's really gonna kill that man.
Yep.
And but needless to say,
Oba has all the physical intimidation factor that Brock has, plus the mic skills and the voice.
So, all right. So we're gonna move it forward and on to Friday night, which is a diggity down. As always, SmackDown was rather interesting this week. We saw the return of Nick Aldis as the GM of SmackDown. Adam Pearce is no longer Mr. Two Shows. So we saw the return of Nick Aldis. We saw the return of CM Punk to SmackDown as now a permanent member of SmackDown after winning the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE Undisputed Championship. We saw some bloodline business take place, and we saw a major. For me, it was a major return. It wasn't at that major, but I enjoyed it. First up, we'll get to the return of Punk. CM Punk came back, cut a promo to open the show. Well, first Nick Aldis introduced. First, Nick Aldis gave the announcement that he was back as the GM of SmackDown, and then he introduced CM Punk to the crowd, and of course the crowd goes wild.
Of course.
And Punk comes out and he cuts a promo about how he loves to be here. He loves to be on SmackDown, and he's very happy to be on SmackDown. And he's ready to start defending his title and being the champion that the SmackDown fans deserve. To which he is promptly interrupted with, "There's more than one royal family. Wrestling is more than one royal family." And Cody Rhodes comes out, and they chat about the last time they were in the ring and how things were exact opposite, like little things like the last time they were in the ring together, cutting a promo on each other. CM Punk was coming for the belt. Cody was champ. Cody had the black eye, and CM Punk did. Little things like that. They talk about all of that. And at the end of it all, my favorite moment is that Cody Rhodes looks at CM Punk and says, when I last saw you, I held the championship, and I told you that if you ever wanted to come for that championship, all you had to do was say win. And he doesn't even get to finish the sentence before Punk looks him dead in the eye and says, win. The whole crowd goes nuts. CM Punk is staring Cody Rhodes in the eye, and Cody Rhodes promptly makes the announcement that at SummerSlam, it will be Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Undisputed Championship. So, gentlemen, your thoughts on that SummerSlam main event there with Punk and Rhodes Saint tickets on?
The tension was about as thick as pea soup right now. It's not like, they were ready to like rip each other's heads off. We just want to see the slow, inevitable rise, and that we know that CM Punk is going to win over the crowd, and eventually Cody is gonna just like kind of lose it. Then he's gonna become the American Nightmare for real. In a dream. But
I was gonna say,
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't want to call anything out until like maybe I'll give it 2 weeks. I'll give it 2 weeks.
I'll say it like this. I think we're going to see a face versus face match at SummerSlam. I don't think either one of them is turning heel right now. The result of the match may be them turning heel after SummerSlam, but I don't think we're going to see either one of them turn heel going on. But Dave, what are your thoughts?
I don't see him turning up, making a heel turn.
Who?
Yeah. Cody.
He's the John Cena of our generation now, dude.
Who, Cody?
Yeah.
No, Hulk Hogan is the John Cena of our generation. You said this generation, but of our
you know
generation,
what I mean.
Hulk Hogan is.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But going ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Cody turning heel either in there. He'll struggle with, the temptation, but he'll win through.
Do the right thing regardless. That's just Cody Rhodes, Mr. Royal Family. All right. Anyway, next up, you had a pretty interesting match. Tama Tonga was actually defeated by Finn Balor in this new version of kind of like bloodline business. That's not really bloodline business because Tama Tonga is now has been told by the elders to leave Solo Sikoa. And it's quite interesting to see what Tama and Tala are going to do. But this particular time, Finn Balor got the victory. I think we're building Finn to an eventual title match against whoever wins at SummerSlam. And again, we'll see how that builds out. But gentlemen, your thoughts on the new Finn Balor and also the new Tamatanga that they're doing? Go ahead and kick us off.
Prince Right?
Just kind of thinking about it. I mean, we'll see. I kind of like Finn Balor, but it's not a match. It wasn't really a match that necessarily called to me. Didn't necessarily hook me. So yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Listen,
Saint, your thoughts?
Finn Balor. Well, I think he was the first Universal. He was the first Universal champion.
Universal champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I give him that respect in that aspect. This is just a back to basics, letting everybody know who the fuck Finn Balor is over on SmackDown. Because he has been on a lot of, he's been there a lot of times on Raw. He's had more Raw runs than SmackDown. So we want to make sure that he reintroduces his presence known and that he's going to take on anybody at any time.
Yeah.
And especially when he's back, and especially he's back in his, short leather jacket and doing the, the crowd thing and the whole 9 yards. Oh yeah, I'm all for
No longer the Judgment Day.
Yeah, coup de grace, bow. What?
One second. All right, so the next match up was Jimmy Uso handling some bloodline business. What was an interesting turn as he went out there with Solo Sikoa and or came out there looking for Solo Sikoa and ended up meeting up with Royce Keys. And yeah, Jimmy got to talking and running his mouth to Royce Keys and threatening him. And Jacob Fatu decided to tell him that, sorry, bro, like, there ain't no we here. And left him to face friggin' Royce Keys on his own. And it was a hell of a match until Solo Sikoa got involved. He was going to try to screw Jimmy for the third week in a row. And needless to say, Jacob Fatu came out and stopped it and then proceeded to beat the snot out of both Solo and Royce. And here's the key moment for you, fellas. After the match is over, as Jacob is just beaten down as Jacob Fatu does.
Called him a bitch.
Bitch. Jacob stops right before, after placing Solo's head in between that of a steel chair and about to hit him with the butt bump. He stops and proceeds to scream at Solo and tell him that the only reason why he's still alive is because the tribal chief has deemed that no major harm was to come to as they're trying to bring him out. What's up, Be More? Hey, yo.
Hey, Be More.
So needless to say, Jimmy got the W and Solo got to live as the Samoan werewolf decided has been giving orders by the OTC. But there was a tense moment in the promo segment of this between Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys, where Royce Keys went to go start talking shit about Roman Reigns, and Jacob stepped up and said, "Okay, look, we boys, but I'm gonna need you to keep OTC's name out your mouth. I'm gonna need you to not go. I'm gonna need you to leave that alone. All right?" And he backed up from him, like literally, Jacob told him just like that. I'm gonna need you to back up off Roman's thing. Like that. That's the dude I listen to. So, needless to say, what are your thoughts on what's happening with Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline, as well as Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys?
Shit, it's like literally Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah.
Get get down or get shut down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
All right, Dave.
All
Your thoughts?
gas, no brakes.
Yep.
What
Oh,
were you saying, Dave?
no, I wasn't saying anything.
You got nothing to say on the bloodline business?
Um, I'm looking forward to it since I missed the first Bloodline. So,
Um,
kind of, Mr. Late to the storyline here. But
I feel you.
yeah, so the only thing is there's a Facebook post that I saw of Jacob Fatu meeting a fan with cerebral palsy backstage, and dude was just the kindest, gentlest, nicest guy you could imagine.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Jacob Fatu, 100%.
yeah.
Like, from what I've heard from the people that have met him, that I know personally that have met him, that he is an amazing dude, and he's super nice and chill. Of course, yeah, he's also one of those people that you piss him off and bad things can happen.
Yeah.
You know, the night can go sideways on you. But in
But you got to
general, yeah.
remember, you got to remember, what city does he represent?
Oh yeah.
Sacramento.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He out there representing Sac to the fullest.
Yep.
But all right. So that was that bloodline business, and now the last thing was the final segment of the night, which was Nick Aldis coming out because Gunther demanded that he be put in the championship match, and Nick Aldis basically told him to go F himself. Let's say, and Gunther snapped and beat it out of Nick Aldis and choked him out and left him laying before Cody Rhodes came out. And we didn't get to see what happened when Cody Rhodes came out because they met him. But
Now,
go on, Saint.
Now, listen. Gunther took it too far. He took it too far.
Oh yeah.
We don't listen. We don't usually abuse our general managers, all right?
Yeah.
Because you got to understand there needs to be a level of fear somewhere in Gunther.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same way when Teddy Long had that pocket, he would be like, "Oh well, tonight you're gonna take on the Undertaker." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He always did that shit, but now he needs to go on. Somebody needs to send Gunther a message.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to really send him a message, because when you start doing that with the general manager, there's next thing you know, he's gonna come at Triple H, and I mean, as storylines can go, and we know he don't want none of that. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I was just surprised on, I had never seen that. I think the last time we've seen that general manager get knocked around was probably during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really was it. And that was
involved.
And that was of course that was Nick, that was Mick Foley. Because he could take.
Oh no! It's been more recent than that because it was during the Ronda Rousey run when Kurt Angle was.
I forgot about that.
Raw, and it led to the match between Angle and Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie at WrestleMania. The WrestleMania I went to, by the way. No, that's where the feud started. It was the next WrestleMania. So Okay, so here's some other results as well. Two other results were Jade Cargill defeated Alexa Bliss, furthering her feud with Charlotte Flair as she brutally. I don't know how Alexa Bliss did that with her arm, but it looked like Jade Cargill literally dislocated her entire arm. Right? the way that she ripped back on it. Yeah, it was. Just
So
nasty.
is she gonna get sent? Is she gonna get sent back? Is she gonna get dropped to NXT?
Oh no, I doubt it. I'm pretty sure like it was all part of the storyline. Still,
Drop her the main event.
Yeah, it just looked gruesome. It looked real gruesome. And also, Carmelo Hayes defeated Trick Williams via DQ. The Fifth got in abruptly. Yeah. And so I'm assuming this is going to lead to Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes at SummerSlam. But the big moment that came out of this is Trick Willie introduced a new United States title with white fur on it. That let me see if I
Little Yachty. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you. I smell. Considering how I feel about Little Yachty or whatever, man. But you know what though? I smell a heel turn somewhere. I smell something. He's gonna change allegiances, man.
Ooh, Lil Yachty?
Yeah, Little Yachty, yeah.
I don't think it'll be for a while, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I feel that in my bones, man. I smell fuckery.
There we go. All right, here we go. So we're gonna all take a look at this together. I saw it last night. Here we go. So
that belt.
That's the new belt. The white fur on. The new Trick Williams custom belt. Think John Cena spinner.
Yeah,
type,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Probably make that shit on. You could probably make that shit on WWE 26, man. You probably make that shit. Oh yeah, I mean you can customize the belts and all that, but I guarantee you, if you see somebody's gonna be like, yeah, let me go ahead and make a fur belt out of the champion. Nah, get the fuck out of here.
Now, the one thing I will tell you is that the reason why the match was disqualified was the return of a wrestler that we hadn't seen in almost a year. In WWE
can I say this?
At
Can
all,
I say that before you
What's
say his name? I did not see that bullshit coming. I was totally thrown off. That was and especially I didn't expect. I expected him to kick it long duty with the fucking Indies. Reveal the name, please, sir.
Well, for those of you who don't know, the one and only Baron Corbin is back in WWE as he comes in and interrupts the match between beating up everybody from Yachty to Trick Williams to Carmelo Hayes. He was doing his damn thing out there, and I'm glad to see him back in the WWE ring. Yeah, I'm thinking
triple threat
for the WWE United States Championship, like 100%. And so we're probably looking at that at SummerSlam too. So with Melo getting the victory and it being in the way that it was, I could see them very much so giving us the triple threat match at SummerSlam. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Well, I smell it.
I'm
telling you, bro.
Oh yeah. So good luck to CM Punk. I think that his match is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what they do with Baron Corbin. Alexa Bliss, my beautiful sister Abigail. Please get better. And yeah, Charlotte Flair kicked Jade Cargill's ass because I think that's where they're going with it. Is it's going to be Cargill versus Flair at SummerSlam in a grudge match, not even for any type of a title, just in a grudge match. So we'll see how they build that up. But yeah, that does it for wrestling talk. For those of you guys who have been waiting for the main event of the evening, we have finally arrived.
While we're young.
Brother, we ain't been young for a long time. So
whatever, man. Cue the effects, man.
Oh, let's see. We got one more for what you call it. Go ahead and take us through it, Dave.
So yeah, so I just saw this on my feed, and hang on, let me bring it back up. There's a new thing that's happening called Lucha Libre, where they're doing professional wrestling matches at public libraries and combine story time with live wrestling matches that are Lucha Libre style. There's over 40 of these events planned at libraries across the country in 2026. So to give you an idea, recently at the Benicia Public Library in California, luchador Llama Jack paused to read the children's book Llama Llama Time to Share.
In the middle of a match, huh?
Until he was interrupted by a heel. They fought, Llama Jack won, and then picked up the book and finished the story.
That's pretty cool.
That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
can rock with that. That's something that I can definitely fuck with.
This is just starting out. So, like I said, there's 40 of these events planned throughout this year. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, wrestling for a better cause than just simple entertainment, getting kids to read.
I'm here for it. Wrestling has always been big about being able to raise money and so on and so forth for charities.
Yeah.
Using the skills of what they do. So it's
Yeah,
just another case of that.
It was reported by Vice, and the Vice person said that if he ever goes to one, he'll be sorely disappointed if someone doesn't get the crap knocked out of him by his opponent wielding a copy of War and Peace.
Nah, I'll tell you what I want to see. Since it is a non-televised event, you can't really get busted for copyright usage. I want to see somebody hit the bookend. Period. I want to see them hit the bookend for the finish and then pick up the book and finish reading it until it's in. That's what I want to see. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into Tech Tinker's favorite part of the show, which is... All right, welcome to Video Game Talk. Yay! What chess match? What are you talking about, LaDon? Shout out to LaDon Mason 4628, our brother from another mother. Thanks for tapping in and jumping in the chat section there.
What nonsense is LaDon trying to speak now?
Something about a chess match. Oh, are you talking about at the library thing? Was there a chess match thing too? I don't know. All right, so let's get to the first subject of what should be a very packed Lucha Libre. Yeah, he was talking about the chess match. I guess there was one a chess match at one of the Lucha Libre events.
Okay.
Yeah, this makes me want to go see it more, 100%. All right, so first subject up in video games is Xbox. Is currently laying off 3,200 people. We're going to probably get some really nice severance checks and dumping 4 studios in the most significant restructure in Xbox history. I understand people's frustration with this, but I also remember the woman that's running Xbox now coming in and saying that there's some major changes that needed to be made. And that she
So, first off,
yes.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
The woman that came in and was appointed head of Xbox, has exactly the same amount of experience and the same purpose that Elon Musk had running Doge. No experience, and making cuts to transfer the money upwards. You'll notice that while 4 studios have been shut down, the 14 layers of management at Microsoft overseeing Xbox are perfectly intact.
Look,
Second, they are literally letting go of people with decades of experience in very relevant fields, not just in video games. For example, one of the persons that got a pink slip is a gentleman by the name of Jeff Grubb. Now, while a lot of you may not be familiar with that name, I have known of Mr. Grubb for decades because he was a key developer for Dungeons and Dragons from second edition all the way through when TSR got sold off to Wizards of the Coast. He's the guy who created the Spelljammer setting for Dungeons and Dragons. So he was working at Bethesda, more specifically ZeniMax Online, as a lead story for Elder Scrolls Online. You know, you think that Bethesda might use a veteran of 30 plus years in developing fantasy and space stories in their current lineup as they're going into Elder Scrolls 6 and whatever the hell they're doing with Starfield. You know, that seems like that would be someone you'd want to keep on. So, yeah, again, you know, I understand Dark Lord's point that he's going to make about, you know, being a business. Businesses are in the business to make money, but there's making money by having a good product, and there's making money by keeping entrenched management who add nothing to the product but cutting the people that make the product and passing their salaries up the chain.
Okay. Here's the part that I will again, like we talked about earlier with some things, agree to disagree. And here's why. Microsoft has been hemorrhaging money. Like Microsoft, as far as profitability, has not been very profitable over the past about decade or so.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you that it sucks when the little guy gets cut. Because yes, unfortunately in business, and it sucks big donkey dick. In a capitalist society and in business, you chop from the bottom up. The top guys very rarely ever get chopped, even though they are making the most money. They are seen as the least expendable or replaceable, and so it's always chopped from the bottom,
right?
And that sucks. But in this particular case, this woman came in. You're right, no experience, so on and so forth. But what she's got to do is she does like they're not hemorrhaging money to where like they were about to go out of business. Microsoft, once you get to the point where your company is doing billions of dollars in revenue, it doesn't matter if you're hemorrhaging money or you're spending that money badly. You're not going out of business, you know, because you're bringing in billions. It's like WWE. People keep talking about, oh, WWE is going to go. WWE is not going out of business. They're literally generating billions of dollars in revenue. From the business standpoint, there's no way that they're going out of business. They may have people lose faith in the product, but they're not going out of business. Microsoft is the same thing. Microsoft generates so much revenue from other places, but the Xbox division, since the days of the original Xbox, has never truly been as profitable as Microsoft would have liked it to be. So that's why I don't like the cuts that she's making.
Okay.
But I also understand the cuts that she's making because at a certain point,
look,
this has to become a profitable, extremely or a profitable division.
I need to chime in on this.
Okay, go ahead.
I need to chime in. Okay, first of all, in addition to these people getting cut, we had these studios being closed. Double Fine, come the fuck on, man. They've been around for a long time. Then you have the company that just released South of Midnight. Are you fucking kidding? Are you for real?
Again,
they just hold on. No, wait a minute. Let me finish. Then I just found out by IGN, from what I understand, that lady pulled the trailer from Halo for the State of Play. This lady is ready to start getting back into doing exclusives again. She's driving back towards that, to what I think Xbox is great for. Because believe you me, and I will tell you, I would never, ever play an Xbox game that was especially an exclusive on a PlayStation. To me, that's sacrilegious. I would never play Halo, Gears of War, or anything like that that was Microsoft based, that was something that was meant for that machine. Would never take that shit to PlayStation. That'd be like if Uncharted went to the Xbox, like that would slap so much disrespect on that brand.
Yeah. And the other issue is that traditionally consoles are the loss leader.
Right.
Traditionally. Right. Okay. You don't make money off of the consoles. You make money off of the licensing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, the number I heard, this is from years ago, with the original Xbox, was that Gates was losing $50 per console.
Right. That's about what I heard. But so is Sony on PlayStation.
Right. And we've seen Sony make cuts. Shit, we did an entire thing on Sony, and they're fucking up on you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have more to talk about Sony later on. But
right.
Especially with the licensing.
And so what I'm saying is I'm not saying that what she's doing isn't abhorrent. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it may have gotten to a point where Xbox wasn't just losing money on the consoles. And that may be a portion of the reason why these decisions are being made the way that they're being made. Do I like them? No. I would love to see this work out where the billion-dollar company really reinvests in itself and they keep things like this around.
Right.
But unfortunately, the society that we live in, it just doesn't run that.
Yeah.
You know, and so you're going to see things like this happen.
Yeah.
I got to give the woman credit. Like I said, it's like a what did it say? Gold in one hand, shit in the other. She gave us lower Xbox Game Pass prices, but unfortunately, they seem to be cutting some people in order to try to continue to make a profit off of that situation.
I mean, what did you expect? I mean, that's the nature of the gaming business. And the whole idea, we all know that Xbox Game Pass was too much. Even when even using all of it, even using Game Pass for your console, or even as far as stuff on the PC, because I use both. So come on, give us a bone. And then on top of that, some of the titles. Come on, you guys listen. I love certain Xbox titles, okay? But come on, there are some, they need to start beefing up their libraries with more kind of like I'm not going to always say AAA titles, but titles that make you just want to go, you know what, man? I really want to play that game right now. I really want to get in there. I want to make sure that I get off my PlayStation to get on the Xbox to get in there and play that game. That's the kind of shit that Xbox needs to come back for.
And I think that we're back to a society where people are going to have to choose, because the consoles came down in price enough for a little bit there that people were able to own both. Like, I've always been a both guy. Like, I'm not. And as far as jumping off of one console to go play on another because of a game, like you guys have heard my opinions before about exclusivity. Like,
only if it's an exclusive. Only with exclusives.
But I am not a fan of exclusives in general. Like, I think that every game should come out for every console. Like, if consoles exist, every game should be able to come out for every single console, and we should be able to, and any player should be able to play it. But I also understand from a financial standpoint the necessity for exclusivity.
Good point.
You know, what's the Don saying? Using crony communism
to promote crony capitalism. The bottom shares the debts, the top spreads the bets.
Very well said.
Yeah.
Granted.
Hey, what's up, Wood? Thanks for tapping in, bro.
Thank you, Wood.
Glad to see you back. What I say? No, 100%. Like, and again, I'm not justifying. It's a matter of understanding from both sides of the board why things are the way they are. Because even though sometimes things suck, they are the way they are because they need to be that way. But I do agree that the world would be a better place if CEOs and CFOs decided and board members decided to take less, so that the guys on the bottom, so that the guys on the bottom can take
masters of bullshit artistry.
So, well, I will say this: not all.
Aside from present company excluded. Yeah.
There are some CEOs and CFOs out there who do actually, put their workers first and try to make sure that their workers are taken care of.
But they tend to come from non-American countries and corporations. But
needless to say, yes. But all right, so that's that one. Now, for those of you who own an original Switch, bad news may be coming for you because Nintendo is preparing for the original Switch to end.
Yeah.
So,
but we all knew
you'll still be able to play it, I assume.
Yeah, you'll still be able to play. They're stopping sales support starting in the EU. So pretty much at let me look it up. From mid-February 2027, Nintendo will no longer sell to retailers hardware in the Nintendo Switch family of systems, specifically Nintendo Switch, Switch Lite, and Switch OLED model.
Like, that's insane.
Yep.
It's not really insane because that's just the way it's going, man. It's like we all know where, like, I just want to quickly make a quick, brief cut. When the PlayStation, when the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 era stopped, when they started moving over to the next generation, that's where we started seeing delists, delisting games. Okay,
right. They're not delisting games, and you're going to be able to buy OG Joy-Con replacements.
Well, hold on. Let me just say this, and I'm telling people right now, we already knew. Just like with the music, is pretty much going digital. The same thing is going to end up happening with the gaming. And the simple fact is that people are like, oh, let's go over here. let's get rid of our PlayStation and start running on the PC. Fucking newsflash, PC has been digital for quite a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can still get physical copies of a lot of PC games. Like
Yeah,
the
but
option for
you
digital
run
has
those
been there
games.
for a long.
But you got to understand, how often has CDs in these last few years with computers?
Yeah.
When have you seen a compact disc? I
Yeah.
haven't seen none in any laptops, and I don't know.
But if you go over to Best Buy or you go on to Amazon, shit, they still sell physical copies of Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 10 and Windows 11, like that you can go buy a physical copy. Now, the physical copy can range from either a CD to a thumb drive,
Yeah.
that they give you with the program on it. But
Yeah.
there will, when it comes to PC, I don't think we'll ever see a completely digital switch, like where you won't be able to get anything in a physical copy.
Right.
Like I don't see PC going that way. PlayStation, that they make
They've
that
pretty
choice,
much done. They've pretty much done it already. Because if
yeah,
you
but there's
see
a lot
all of these
a
games
lot,
that have been delisted, like bro, I just bought a game not too long ago. Fucking Privateer, Wing Commander Privateer. There hasn't been a physical game of that. I haven't seen it unless you go to an old school computer store or something like that to buy that. But then where the hell are you going to put it? You're going to have to get it for a collector because guess what? There's no CDs in most of these.
I don't know about you, but every PC I have has a CD drive. Like every computer that I have, and this is including all my modern ones, has a CD drive or has a DVD drive in it, or a thing that can read a CD or what you call it. But I understand. I understand what you guys are saying, but I don't think we'll ever get to a point where there will be zero physical media. I think we will get to a point where most people's preference, 80-90% of the buyers out there will be buying digital, but I don't think we'll see a complete elimination of digital. I think PlayStation is going to end up walking back the whole thing about getting rid of the disc in January of 2028, based on the backlash that they're already getting from making that announcement.
Well, I mean, they're already throwing out lashes at because the PS3 store is closing down in 2028, and they're trying to buy as much as possible. So yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a whole bunch of backlash talking shit. So yeah.
Well, I don't have, and would ask, why not create a memory card to download the game you own? You can download it and put it on a separate hard drive where you have a copy of it. I don't know. Like, I think there will always be like our boy Mr. Hemphill, the friend of the show. Like, he will always be a physical media type guy. Like, he still owns copies of the original Final Fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like for the Nintendo. Like, he will always be a physical media type guy. And there will always be a small portion to SS thumb drives. Yeah, I could see that. Solid state thumb drives from the disc. That would be a smart move. And being able to still have people get physical media.
I still love my physical media. You hear me?
Jet Li, Rise of Honor, huh?
Yeah. I still look. Instruction books and all.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, I was pissed when they went to the digital instruction booklets. When they got rid of the physical instruction booklets and started making, first they went from being full instruction booklets, then they started making them just a page, and then they went to the instruction booklet is on the CD. Yeah. The imperfects. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll jump off that side thing and bring back this good news. Dave, you brought us this one. Obsidian reportedly working on a new Fallout game after Xbox cancels the sequel.
Yeah.
The Avowed sequel. So what's going on there?
All right. So, as part of the great Microsoft shakeup, um, Obsidian is, the Avowed sequel has been canceled, and Obsidian has been transferred to a new Fallout project. This is really brand spanking new information, so we don't know what the setting might be, what the time period might be, what anything might be, just that Obsidian is going to work on a new Fallout game. Um, Opinions in the online community, uh, they tend to vary between on how you feel about New Vegas. If New Vegas was the greatest thing since sliced bread, you're happy. If New Vegas was underwhelming, you're pulling up mentions of Obsidian's other failures, like Knights of the Old Republic 2 and other things like that.
Like, Wood says he's with you, Saint, on the physical media thing.
Absolutely.
He's right there with you.
I mean, I like them both.
Yeah. Oh, I'll say I don't. So they're working on a new Fallout game as they canceled, and they canceled a sequel to the game Avowed.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess for Fallout fans, that's good news.
Yeah, and like I said, in the Fallout community, it all depends on where your opinions lie on Fallout New Vegas.
Gotcha.
Much like if you are, what your opinions on the DC universe currently depends on your feelings about Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder or James Gunn.
Yeah.
All right. So the next story opens up like this. The article reads: Sony CEO sells over half of his stock following PlayStation disc announcement.
Yeah, because I have questions.
United States SEC filing shows that the 61-year-old sold millions of dollars of the stock just 2 days after the announcement that PlayStation was going to cease production of physical discs in January of 1998. It also came at a time when the stock saw a slight bump in price after the news broke. Before going any further, consider downloading. And according to this, he sold 225,000 shares of Sony on July 3rd at $21 a share. He pulled in roughly $4.7 million on the transaction, and it represents 56 shares of his total stake in the company.
Listen,
he's still left with over 150,000 shares, but he wasn't the only executive to make a transaction after the announcement. Go on, Jonathan. What are your thoughts about Sony CEO?
Listen, somebody's either incredibly stupid or somebody is going to be very rich and incredibly smart. And my only thing, like I said, right now the PlayStation 3 store is still open. Okay. These are games that no longer really you can't get your hands on a physical. Okay. You're going to buy that digital, and guess what? You're going to pay that money because you want that game. That game might be so critical to your collection, you're going to pay through the nose to get it. Yeah. And I guarantee you're going to pay top dollar for it. And that means as these games, because if you look at it this way, you have games that are like, I have an example. The game Returnal. Okay. That game has been $69, $95, maybe a couple of bumps down in price, has been on that since the PlayStation started. That was one of the first games.
Okay.
That was on there. And my thing is that with these games that are like delisting, they're getting older, they're coming into a place of rarity. Perfect example, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the PlayStation 2. That money has made that game has made so much money it's like thousands. I think it's like a couple of thousand that you can get that disc for. So yeah, the technology and everything like that with the physical versus digital, it's really crazy, and I guarantee you, it's gonna get more expensive. It's gonna get more expensive. They're delisting games right now for the PS5.
Want to say, Ladon asked, where are we on Fallout 76? Got any updates on that there, Dave?
Not particularly, no. They just released a new season, so I'm kind of I've just kind of moved away from Fallout 76. It's just it was fun for a while, but just too much repetitive grinding for my taste.
Gotcha.
And not enough story.
Wood says I'm getting GTA 6 no matter the cost. GTA is an anomaly. Listen, listen. I'm getting it for the PS5. We already know this game is going to be more gigabytes than known to man just for the detail that's being into it. But my whole thing is that right now I don't want to hear any rumors or go say unless it comes from Rockstar themselves. I'm not paying attention to none of it. I don't want to hear unless somebody from IGN, and even IGN be fucking up too. But I need real announcements and no hearsay, because everybody's gonna be talking about, yeah, you got to show your real ID for this shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Who the fuck is pulling out their real ID to do something? And if Rockstar is gonna do some extra shit, come on, man. Let's face it. Some of you AI guys out there, y'all need to get with reality. We've been gaming for years, and trust me, we know when it's real and when it's bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't falling for that. Sure.
Exactly. I don't want to pay $15 for a game when you go smart. Good call, Mason. Good call.
Let's say, all right. So we're gonna have to move it forward because we're running a little long here.
Yeah, we are.
Our normal things.
The
next subject kind of is for me personally, but EA responds to college football 27 microtransactions backlash, and they responded to it in the way you would want a video game company to respond to it, is they took out the microtransactions for now. And I'm here for it because the idea of having to purchase with actual money a level for your coach to be able to reach his top tier level, to me, is bullshit.
Actual human monies?
One more time. Actual human monies. I will say this one more time. Sell me the whole fucking game the first time I buy it. Stop selling me pieces of games and trying to make me pay more to get the extra.
Give me
the whole goddamn game. Go on.
Can we say, hey, Dave, you already know. You sons of bitches from EA, let's talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Microtransactions did not fucking work the last time. And y'all ran that bullshit to where the game was down to $6.99 before they started doing the stuff for The Force Awakens. Get the fuck out of here. We don't need transactions. Y'all been trying that shit. Y'all been trying to sneak in the back door especially when it comes to the sports games. Kiss my ass, man. Fuck you, EA. They just started, and as a matter of fact, they just started doing like microtransactions with The Sims. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
Come on, man. Come on.
We will be seeing the glory of microtransactions soon on my night shift streams, but we'll get into that later. So,
all right. So now, as for the game itself, I've played it. I'm going to be debuting it this week and streaming it this Tuesday. It's pretty great.
For that one.
The coaching mode is amazing. It's exactly what it was. And yes, I've already found myself saying, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you hitting no open wide receiver? What the fuck do you mean you're running into the back of offensive linemen? I've made all of these statements in the past couple of days playing the game, but it's going to be a fun one. And I can't wait to play the first championship game that me and Swab both make it to, because based on the performance of our team so far, we're not 100% sure it's going to be me and him in the championship game every year like it was in previous iterations. So,
can I say something real quick? Hey, Wood. Hey, remember Neo Geo cartridges were about this fucking big, man?
Shit. I remember that shit.
Hell yeah, bro. The motherfuckers was big. Like, you could frisbee them sons of bitches, man.
All right, and so we've got one more story to cover here. Well, first of all, certain people don't remember the core of the cost of those Neo Geo games. Those things were fucking
$600 a cartridge, man. What? Magician Lord. That was the only thing I could play. That was it.
Yep. All right. So the last subject up, I believe, was brought to us by Dave. So let's go ahead and rock it through. Zelda's newly confirmed Majora's Mask Switch 2 remake is here, and it already looks perfect.
Why?
Yep. Okay.
Why the remake?
For the Switch 2 to take advantage of updated graphic capabilities, et cetera, et cetera. But yes, Majora's Mask is getting a Switch 2 remake along the lines of the Ocarina of Time. And we know this because the Japanese voice actor of Adult Link for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, Nobuyuki Hiyama, accidentally leaked the existence of the Majora's Mask remake project when his IMDb page was updated to include both the Ocarina of Time remake and an unannounced project called Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask HD. Both of which are in the post-production stage.
So we could be seeing this game sooner than later.
Yes.
Maybe would, maybe. I think they may have been 200, but they were expensive. I don't know. I was on a budget back then, and I mean,
balling on a budget.
Well, here's the thing about the Neo Geo cartridges, is that those were actually the cartridges and the same hardware system that went into the arcade cabinets.
Nice. That's probably why they were so expensive, as they were charging the people exactly what they were charging the arcade owners for the
exact same hardware that went into like a King of Fighters arcade cabinet. It was modular. So if you wanted to go from King of Fighters to, I get Metal Slug was SNK also, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to switch the cabinet, if you wanted to switch the cabinet from King of Fighters to SNK, you just go in the back, pull out the cartridge, slap in the new one, put the back on, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a fun fact for y'all to learn then.
Yep.
Fun fact for y'all to learn. Well, like I mentioned earlier, we are running long. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up and take us into our final segment of the night, which is Where Can We Find You Next? The segment of the show where they tell us or we tell you where you can see these ugly mugs next. So, Saint, go ahead and kick us off. What's going on over there with the collector?
All right. So tonight, my re-debut of NVT Deuce tonight, sometime after, sometime after the House of Dragon, because and that'll probably be around 10:30 or so, because I gotta watch. I got roped into watching that and Game of Thrones and all that kind of stuff. And well, my other half can be convincing with some of these shows, so I've had to watch that whole damn thing again. But yeah, I'm going to be running about 10:30 about that time, 10:30 Eastern, or whenever the classroom is over.
Sounds good.
Exactly, be more with Roxy. See?
All right. And Dave, where can we find you next? What's going on over there on the night shift?
I will be back on the night shift again. Continuing on the switch over to Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah, I got to
continuing
kick
that
out of
story.
that. And we
Yep.
saw you.
Yep.
We saw
Now-
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all
So-
visual now. So
Yeah.
everybody else, please, just we're you now now this is this guy over here or over here.
Over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy
So
over
yeah,
here.
I'll be continuing that. I'll be continuing that story. I'm about 1/3 of the way through the opening Jedi Knight story. I should get more pushed through pretty quickly tonight. And that's basically taking the place of Starfield now, since I no longer rely on my Xbox.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
You're killing
All right.
me, Microsoft. You're killing me.
All right. And for me, you can find me first up in about an hour and a half or an hour and 20 minutes on the classroom. I've gotten confirmation from O'Malley that she should be ready to go tonight. So we got a lot to talk about because she wasn't here to cover a lot of the trades and all of that stuff that happened, crazy stuff that happened in free agency last week. So she's going to be able to join us this week for that. And we're going to have some fun. As far as the video game tip, like I just announced a couple of minutes ago during the video game segment, you will find me on Tuesday for Football Tuesdays with EA Sports College Football 27. And we're going to have some fun screaming at AI players on a field doing things that I can't.
Yeah.
So, and then, of course, the rest of the week will go as usual, NBA 2K26, which tune into those games because you never know when I'm going to end up on another losing streak. So far, we're on a 3-game winning streak. Hopefully, we can keep that going for the Warriors. And then Thursday, MLB Thursdays. And, of course, back on Final Fantasy 3 on Saturday with Retro Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
also be looking for updates from me on new stuff for new schedules. I may go back to streaming every night in the week for the night shift.
the night shift.
Trying to work with getting a little bit of daytime, but these two gentlemen, they got the priority. They were here first, so I got to try to figure out where I can squeeze in. But until then, you may see some stuff.
Squeezing in. I don't know what the hell just happened to my picture.
Speaking of that same announcement from Dave, I work within the local school district. So right now I'm doing early afternoon streams. But once school starts back up again and I go back to being a night custodian, I will be running my streams in the morning, probably closer to 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be here all summer mostly, but I will be doing some events until close to August 23rd when school is back in my direction. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us, you guys, this week. I want to give a big shout out to Wood, to Ladon, to Be More Humble, to Big Jibo for the bits, and also for what was it? Sleepy Yo for tapping in as well early on in the show. We want to say a big thank you to all of you guys. We appreciate it. Anybody else who tapped in on First GenXers YouTube, Double KK Double Network YouTube, or Twitch, we appreciate you all, and we show you much love. And we will see you guys next week on the Cheap Pop Podcast. We out.
Peace.
Peace.